Well, track fans, we're in the actual Hayward field here in Eugene, Oregon on the very last day of the U.S. Olympic Team Trials track and field. And with me is Larry Eder of the Running Network, and boy, do we have stories to tell about day 7.
Well, in the Cathedral of Track and Field, Hayward Field, the field that the 3 Bills built, Bill Hayward, Bill Bowerman, Bill Dellinger, we had a tremendous day 7. In the heptathlon, which we'll start with, we've got 3 people going to London. We've got Hyleas Fountain, we've got Sharon and Chaunte McMillan. They all made the A standards. They put it together here, which is pretty tough to do. It was one thing to make the team in a championship, another thing to hit the standards, and they did it. They had to all run under 2:16 for the 800, and they all did it. Made the A standards. Top score was Hyleas with 64.19. She's tough. She's coached by Renee Reinier, who also coaches Kristen Taylor, the triple jump champion as well. So really some nice things going on there. She looks the best she's looked in years. So that was really nice to see.
Both Hyleas and Sharon Day are returning. They're veterans, and they have a new one with Chaunte McMillan.
Yeah, Chaunte looked tremendous in the javelin. She's got some arms on her and some real physical talent, and obviously works hard. So that was fun to see.
It sure was. What next? We have some.
You know, the women's high jump was a fascinating. The youngest person in the entire trials, Gabby Williams, and the oldest person, Amy Acuff, at 36, were both competing. Gabby Williams actually took 5th, and she had the 6th all-time performance by a high schooler ever, and she did great. She's 15 years old and a high school sophomore. We've got to see her for a long, long time. Amy Acuff made her 5th Olympic team in the high jump, finishing 3rd. Then we had Brittany Barrett in 2nd, and of course, American record holder Chaunte Lowe. One of our riders, David Hunter, called it the high jump dance-off, and that's what it was. It was extremely entertaining. The crowd was into it, and it's one of those moments that shows you what track and field can be if it's done correctly.
Chaunte didn't miss a single height until the very last one, she's a crowd pleaser. She really had everybody in the stadium going and watching her. She's tiny.
Hey, Chaunte, I had a baby in 2010, I believe. Came back in 2011. But got the American record in 10. We were kind of wondering how she was going to do early in 12. She wins the World Indoor. She wins the trials here. A key to watching Chaunte is she always likes to start out at low heights and keep herself clean. She's very smart. Gets these great, first attempts on several jumps so that when it gets higher and people screw up, she's got that in front of her if she needs it. The high jump is a chess game, as all jumps are. But Chaunte did fantastic.
I think it's also because she's an entertainer, and it's part of getting the crowd into it to do the early jumps. Now, the women's triple jump was a little bit of a disappointment, but the men's jump was anything but.
Yeah, we'll throw this one thing in about the triple jump for women. Okay, guys, find a girl from the basketball team who's pretty coordinated. There's room on the American Olympic team for a good triple jumper. Our triple jumpers, while well-meaning, just barely get the A standard. There's women out there who can jump with the Russians. Please, please, give me something to write about in the triple jump women so I start crying in London, okay? Now, we're going to go to the way the triple jump should be done on the men's side. You got Will Claye, 2012 World Indoor Champion. You've got Christian Taylor, 2011 Outdoor Champion. These guys, former schoolmates. One's now, Will Clay's training at the Olympic Training Center. Christian's training with Renee Reinier. But so this is how it started out. Will Claye goes out. First jump, which he loves to do big first jumps, goes 17.55, his best for the year. For you who flunked metrics, that's 57.7 1/4. Boom, big jump. Little bit of misgoing. Got to be careful with your jumps and stuff. Kind of cool. Christian Taylor comes up. Boom, boom. 17.63, 57.10 1/4. Takes the lead. In the second jump, Will fouls. Christian has a foul, and coach looks at him and says, we got London coming up. Let's watch. By being the leader, he's already got the last jump. Claye did one more jump, about 17:28, so about 56.8, and neither one of them jumped anymore. The truth is, with the way it was yesterday, it was a time to get hurt. So you've got Christian Taylor is first place, you've got Claye is second place, and Walter Davis, a world champ medalist himself and a tremendous jumper, took third here. He just didn't have the A, so he's calling it quits. He said he's got to get a real job. But the triple jump, I'm telling you right now, these guys will go at least 2 medals. Phillips Adu is between them and the gold. We'll see what happens.
The men's 110-meter hurdles, also known as the high hurdles, was a barn burner.
Well, in the Jason Richardson, the world champion, ran 12:98 in the semis and 12:98 in the final. First man ever to go sub-13 twice in a day. Then in the final, Jason got an okay start, but Aries Merritt was a bat out of hell. He took off, didn't look back. He's got this wacko right arm that kind of flies up, but that's part of his natural stuff. He was dynamo hum over those hurdles, right on the top of them, boom, 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 boom. I'm surprised there's not a mark on his butt. You know, he was so close to him. But he came through in 12:93. Then Jason Richardson, 12:98. And then
Jeff Porter,
who is married to Tiffany Ophelia Porter on the British team. Jeff Porter made the team, too. One of the big surprises in 5th place was David Oliver. He just didn't have a great day. The Olympic bronze medals will not be going to London. But Porter dedicated the race to his father. And you got to talk about him because he's a Michigan guy.
He is. In fact, he didn't have a real sponsorship, although he's wearing Nike gear, but I bet he will now. He actually dove across the finish line.
It was 7th place set a record. Ryan Wilson ran 13:23. In places 1 through 5, we haven't seen a race like that in the U.S. ever. We've never seen 2 guys under 13 seconds in North America. It was phenomenal. Again, a race for the ages. But we got another race for the ages coming up. Jennie?
Well, the women's 200 had the champion in the 400 meters, the champion in the 100 meters, the 2 women who are going to vie for the runoff in the 100 meters, the 2nd place woman in the 100 meters, and a couple other people. It was loaded.
Allyson Felix has been a professional since she was 19. She was originally sponsored by Adidas. Nike picked her up as a few years ago, and Nike has used her in these great marketing campaigns. She's very thoughtful, does great interviews, gorgeous, and just a sweet girl. But make no mistake about it, Allyson Felix is a warrior. When she gets on the track, no quarter given, none asked. She runs, and she runs her heart out. Yesterday, she had a decent start, but by the time she hit the turn, the party was over. She blazed down the track with a time of 21:69. 3 people have run faster than her. Marion Jones, Florence Griffith Joyner, and our friend who's now, oh gosh, she used to be in Jamaica, Merlene Oti, who's still running in Slovenia. But I'm telling you right now, at 21:69, she can run faster. It'll be her and Veronica Campbell-Brown in London, and the sparks will fly. I am predicting a 21:45 in London, no matter what the weather is. Allyson Felix is ready to go. 2nd place, Carmelita 22:10. Her best ever. Carmelita looked pretty darn good. She's obviously listening to Coach Smith, and very impressed with her. And then Sanya Richards-Ross in 3rd place at 22:23. Sanya, you know what? She doubled. Personally, I want to see her just do the 400 because I want her to get that gold. She deserves it. She's got to focus on it. My guess is Coach will let her make the decision. But Sanya, you deserve the gold. Focus on it. We're not going to think less of you if you don't do the 200, but that's again up to you because you'll be on the relay too. But so one little more thing about the 200 meters. It's a beautiful race. And just because you're good at the 100 doesn't mean you're going to be good at the 200. Allyson Felix is built for the 200, 400, and dare I say 800 someday. She will throw something at me. No, she never would do that. She's too nice. She'd just laugh and say, well, maybe the 400 hurdles. But Coach Kersey has trained her. We haven't seen the best yet from Allyson. She is a skilled professional, but I'll tell you, yesterday was one of the most exciting races I've ever seen. Up close. Carmelita ran a great race. Everybody else was fighting in a second race. Allyson Felix was in her zone, as I call it, dynamo hum. That girl was flying, and it was fun.
It was fun. That's it for day 7, but we have one more left.
Okay.